بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, welcome to this quick tutorial video on how teachers will be using Class Dojo. Just to give you a brief overview on what Class Dojo is. Class Dojo is the application that Hafiz al-Quran School will be using moving forward to provide communication method between teachers, parents and kids. So inshallah, teachers will be downloading either the application or using the website portal to log in into their accounts and communicate with the kids and their parents, and accordingly provide homework strategies and any sort of communication, grading, attendance, and all that sort of stuff. In basic, all the classroom management. So let us start on the tutorial. I will quickly show you in this tutorial how you will be logging in, and after that how you will be getting yourself assigned to a classroom and how you will be managing everything in that classroom itself. So let's start inshallah. So for those of you who will be using the mobile application, the process will be almost similar to what we will be doing on the website today. But recommended method that we recommend here would be to use a website which is more reliable, and some of the features that might get hidden when you're using the mobile version will be available with you on the website version. So let's start without further ado. So in order to start your process of signing up, if you haven't done so, you will be pressing the sign up button and clicking on the teacher icon, where it will ask you to put your details. These details will be basic details. You will need to provide your first name, last name, email, and a password, and you will be able to sign up. Once you have signed up, you can use the login button and the teacher button to log yourself in. For this purpose, I will be using a demo email that I created. Once logged in, you will be able to see this on your screens. Now, I've already allocated myself to one of the trial classes we created, so you can see it there. But for in your case, we will be sending you invites, so you will have an invite sitting there saying join the class. You will not have to join a new class by yourself. Before we go and dig into the classes, I will quickly show you some basic things in the accounts themselves. On the main screen, you will see your class seats, and there is nothing much you can do on this place other than configuring your account, which we'll be doing today as well. So to configure your accounts, there are some things that we require you to do before you start um, communicating or start working along with kids inside the classrooms. So basic purpose for account settings here would be to give you a few options to edit your profile, change passwords, and a few other options that you might not be using most of the times. One of the most important things that you need to do is make sure that you title yourself before you start your classroom activities or before you start the whole procedure of your account. With the title thing, teachers will be naming their title as teachers, which you can see at the moment. Coordinators will be writing coordinators, and assistant teachers will be just leaving it blank. So we don't want you to be filling any information there. So this will be a primary identifier for assistant teachers. We will be able to know anyone with just their name that they are assistant teachers. Anyone with the title of teacher means they're teachers, and anyone with the title of coordinator means they are coordinators. So let's put a teacher title there. The system has some glitches and some limitations in it. One of the limitations is that it doesn't show the first name, it only shows the last name when you are communicating or doing any sort of activities inside the classroom, which can be a little bit tricky when it comes to the parents or kids getting to know you, because most of them might not remember you from your last name. So in this case, what you need to do is always fill out your first name field with a period or full stop sign, which you can see there at the moment. and you can use your last name to fill out your full name. For example, you can put your full name there like this, or whatever your full name would be, or how many digits or how many letters there are, you can fill it out there. So your full name goes into last name field. The first name you can put a dot, and in a title you can title yourself as teacher, coordinator, and in case of assistant teacher you can leave it blank. Once done, you can press save changes, and changes will be saved. After that, you can press the cross button to go out, and you can instantly see that your name has been changed and it says teacher. Basil Haroon. Now that we have done the basic account setting configuration that needs to be done, we will start the classroom procedures. So once you have accepted the classroom invitation from one of our coordinators, you will be able to see your classroom active like that there. Once you can see it there, you just need to click on it to enter the classroom. Once you are inside the class, you will be able to see the number of students you have inside that class, the number of parents who have joined, and you can also see your student names and some avatars there. Let me start you off from how the display works and what this display is saying to itself. The first thing you can see whole class there. This is basically a basic feedback upon given to the class members or students, which altogether completes down to be the mark of 18. So you have given 18 score in total to all the classmates or all the kids, which includes homework and good behavior targets. Then you have individual students there. For example, if we target Amina, then you can see when you click on her avatar or name, you will see the number of points she has been given. You can see what skills she's been given and all that sort of stuff. You also have an option for groups. If you want to group your kids inside the classroom, you can group them, and you can add multiple groups and name the group and tick the number of students that you want that to stay in that group. Over here, you will also have an opportunity of marking attendance for your kids. If you have all the students present, you can just use mark all present, which will mark all of them present when you see that green sign, which means all of them are present. If you want to mark someone as absent, you can click on the green button and it will turn absent. Then that person will be recorded as absent. Now let's consider someone was present for the half of the class and missing for half of the class. In that case, you can press it 3 times and you will see half green and half yellow, which means they were present for half of the class and absent for half of the class. You also have an option of select multiple. We can select multiple kids to give them feedback at once instead of giving them feedback individually or one by one. You also have an option of random where you can randomly press it and it will randomly select a student. For example, if you want to ask something in the class, or if you want to quickly do a quiz or something and you want to ask random kids, then you can do this random shuffle and it will give you random names and you can ask them. You also have a timer. If you want to put a countdown or a stopwatch, you can use this to count the amount of time. For example, if you're giving a time for a revision or a quiz and you need to set up a time in there, you can set a timer for 10 minutes and if it's quite helpful in that case. Or else you can use a stopwatch to see how much time has been passed. This is all what you will be using on the main page, the classroom page. We do have an options button here where you can edit the class, which means you can add students coming in. You can you can also provide them with their logins if they don't have their login options available with them. You can give them the login options using the scan QR code or using the other options. Most of the time, they'll be using a QR code to sign into their student account. You can also provide at-home logins. If parents have messed up with the logins or don't have them, you can send them at-home logins, or you can send them invites through here as well. The coordination team would have done it before, so probably not something that you will be using most of the times. Some other stuff here that you can look at, but most of this stuff will be handled by the coordinators, so you will not be changing or um, customizing any of these areas most of the times. The next section that we have is called portfolios, which is going to the most important part. This is the place where you will be creating homeworks for the kids. And you will also be looking at the post done by the kids. For example, if Amina has said that she has finished her homework on such and such date, you'll be able to see the updates on this side. To create a homework, you will be able to do so by going over to this button called Create Activity. You can title your homework. Let's say you want to name it as Week 2 Homework, and we would like to put some instructions saying, "Hi, please complete your homework by such date." Whatever the date would be, you can put that date in there. And the response type is what we need to be always as photo. So kids will be doing their homework and uploading a photo, and you will be doing the same as well. If you have to if you have to post a homework file, you will be writing it down with on the hard copies that you will have with yourself, taking a photo of that hard copy, and then you will be assigning it to a class. You will be able to see it coming up straight away there. It will come as home week 2 homework. The kids will be using the same option as well to submit their homeworks. In the actual homework page, you will be able to see the number of students who have submitted and the number of students who still have pending or not yet submitted. So approved will show you the people who have submitted. Then you will have pending approvals, if anything that needs to be approved by the teacher. And then you have some people who haven't, some kids who haven't yet submitted their homework. So it's a good um, visualization for you to understand who has submitted their homework and who hasn't submitted their homework, so you can send them reminders. So this was an overall overview of what the activity area and portfolio looks like. The next stage will be class story. So class story is a basic communication that teachers can use to communicate with the kids and also display information um, that was done in the class, or if if you want to communicate to the whole class at once, and that's a good platform to do so. It is also the platform that you will be using to upload any homeworks for the kids. So for example, let's say in this example you can see the teacher is referring to the parents and students and letting them know that we have finished till 9, and advising them that please revise it every day. So this is the same place that you will be using to, let's say, please find the homework attached. And you'll be using the same photo that we talked about earlier and posting it so that they can see the homework given for that week or month or for the days. So this was all about the class story section, really, which we'll be using for basic communication, or to display the basic activities done in the class so that we can keep everyone in the loop, and also communicate and pass on homeworks and any deadlines coming up or any assignments that the kids needs to be doing till a date. The last section is the message section, which you'll be using to communicate with the kids' parents. Now, this platform provides you an opportunity of connecting with individual parents at once. So you can connect with all the parents separately, individually, and remark them about their kids' performance, or personally give them feedback, or advise them about what they need to do when it comes to the kids' homework and what sort of attention they need and what level of certainty you require from them. So all that sort of communication can be done with individual parents in these sections. You can either type them text messages, you can also provide them with photos or files if need be. Now, this was a really brief overview of how you'll be using the Class Dojo application or website to manage your classrooms or um, perform all sort of activities, and also communicating with the kids as well as the parents. If you do have any issues moving forward, or if you feel that you need further support, um, or if you are feeling difficulties processing stuff inside the application or the website, we still need some further information regarding this. IT team at Hafiz Al Quran School will always be available to help you from there, and you can always reach us, and we will be more than happy to assist you with any sort of queries that you will have regarding the ClassDojo application. That was all for this tutorial. I hope it was knowledgeable and enough amount of information was provided. And we hope to see you in the classrooms teaching the kids, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.